Hi, my name is Jay Sugarman, and I want to welcome you to Innovation Showcase. The main purpose of this ongoing series is to inform viewers about exciting innovations and creative individuals across the fields of business, science, technology, education, and the arts. Today, via Zoom, we're fortunate to have as our guests Julia Agostino, Miles Mazzotta, Ezra Kukis, and Stefano Micalli, together with Calder Stames, all of whom are associated with Chitarra Pastaria. Based in Cambridge, this is an artisanal pasta startup that partners with chefs and employs individuals on the autism spectrum to craft and share high-quality handmade pasta with a mission of inclusivity and purpose. During the program, our guests will share their roles as team members and the fabulous types of pasta they help prepare. In the process, we'll come to better understand and appreciate that when you hire from the autism spectrum, you gain dedicated, talented members who thrive when given the opportunity. Let's start by meeting our guest and then learning all about Chitarra Pastaria. Welcome. So delighted you're all able to be here. I was very excited when I first found out about Qatar Pastaria. To hear more and have you inform viewers. And as a means of doing that, I think it would be of interest to just hear a little bit about your backgrounds and how each of you became associated with Qatar Pastaria. Julia, would you please start?
Of course. So for me, I had been attending Middlesex Community College in the fall of 2024 and found it was just not the right fit for me at the time since I had just graduated Lexington High School and I was really burnt out and not feeling confident in my academic abilities. I had not yet had a job, so after speaking to my parents, I decided to participate in the MGH Aspire Works program in Lexington, which is for adults on the autism spectrum. It helps train you for the workforce and find jobs that are a good fit for you. In my case, it was like hitting the lottery because I found Katara Pastaria through them, and I've been with Katara Pastaria since October of 2024.
Fabulous, fabulous. Miles, welcome. A few words about yourself, please, and how you became associated.
Sure. So, around let me see, yeah, 2024, I was during the summer I needed a job, and I also I work with Aspire as well. And so my contact there, Jack Lewis, shout out him. He told me about this the startup that was happening. And at first I was a little surprised because typically I haven't done anything culinary before. And I'm more of a technical guy normally, and so he tells me about the startup, right? And I'm like, "What the hell? Pasta? No way!" But what happens is it turns out. So I go to the interview. I figure, okay, whatever. And then one of the founders, Dan, he really sells me on it. Right during this interview, I really start to believe in the mission, and I feel really truly comfortable. Like basically with how he sold me on the work environment that it was going to be. And so, been working since I think like midway through 2024 ever since.
Terrific, terrific. Ezra, welcome. Could you please share a little bit about yourself and association?
Of course. My name is Ezra Kukis. I'm 19 years old, and I came across Guitar Pastoria after discovering at 18 that I was actually autistic. Before that, I had attended my first year in college, and it turned out that I wasn't really coping really well with the new adult responsibilities that I had to do and things like that. So after my family and I found out that I was autistic, we applied to this cool group called Aspire, and they have a program in that group which helps people on the spectrum find jobs and learn like people skills for the real world. Through that, I found this amazing company called Chitarra Pastaria, founded by two amazing guys who decided to look at the statistics of neurodivergent people in the workforce and was like, you know what, we need to do better. So they created Kitara, a place where people like me can like grow their skill set and learn and really make their voices known. So that's how I came across Chitarra. I've
Wonderful.
been working since October of 2024, and I continue to work there.
Fabulous, fabulous. Stefano, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing fine. So
Could you
my name is Stefano Micalli, and
and
I've always been into culinary. See, I went to Newbury College and got a certificate in culinary arts, and I'm ServSafe certified. And I learned about this internship program because I already knew Aspire, and I was very lucky it became a job. In fact, both Julia and I are affiliated with a program called The Common Room. Also, Chitarra uses the healthiest ingredients, which is very important to me. And I'm Italian and I've eaten pasta forever. And one of my favorite pastas from Chitarra Pastaria is the spaghetti alla chitarra. I have wonderful friends from Chitarra Pastaria. And because I speak Italian and I know chitarra means guitar, I came up with a little jingle. And here it goes. Here
looking forward to it?
he goes. Welcome to our table at Chitarra Pastaria. Order pasta from pastillos who are living on the spectrum. We make pasta every day, and we hope you'll come our way.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous. I mean, I'm just getting the sense from those introductions what a fabulous work atmosphere there is there and such great team building. Speaking of that, Calder, could you please share just a little bit about your background, association, and if you want to fill in any of the history of the origins that Ezra so nicely got us started with?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Jay. So, as you know, everyone has met our team here. At Qatar, we're trying to build an environment where everyone can come in, use their own individual skill set, and really thrive as a team. So when we started putting this together last year, that was really our goal, was to build an inclusive environment where, we could all grow our skills, learn from each other, but also create something really great. And that greatness is our pasta and our team atmosphere, which you're seeing here. Um, so, every day when we come into our workspace, we're, uplifting each other, we're communicating, collaborating, and what started out as individual coworkers has become a really tight-knit group of friends as well. So, when I had the opportunity to come in and work with these guys and work with the founders to try and get this startup off the ground and create something truly different, I couldn't say no, and it's been fantastic ever since.
Terrific. Just a very brief word about the founders and their intent of this initiative.
Yeah, so our founders have worked in different businesses throughout their professional careers, from big corporations to other startups. And throughout their time there, they would always try and pull in neurodiversity into their workforce. Through that, they kind of realized that, taking one individual and placing them inside a bigger corporation wasn't necessarily the best way to go about it. Uh, so trying to create an inclusive environment with a team of different skill sets, but all kind of coming together as one was really their mission. And so that's what we're trying to do.
Thank you. Thank you. Julia, could you share a little bit about what a typical day might look like for you?
Of course, Jay. I'm a pasta maker and I assist with setting up, measuring ingredients, putting ingredients into the pasta machine, and packaging the pasta. I also help label and get ready to ship the products. And at the end of the day, we all clean up together as a team. And at home, I often do research. I research remote tasks to help the company further its mission.
Terrific, terrific. Miles, what do you enjoy most about working at Chitarra Pastaria?
So besides like taking home pasta, which we get to do sometimes, My favorite part is like whenever there's like a new task or challenge to tackle. So like one of the cool things about like being a startup is although at this point we've been like working long enough together where we've specialized, we have our own tasks, right? It used to be that everyone was kind of like doing everything. And now although we still technically can, right? There's no like it's a very flat structure. Um we do our own tasks that we both prefer and are like have like gotten pretty good at. But for me, one of my favorite parts is that sometimes if it's like a corporate order or if we have like a huge batch of like orders coming in, I tend to be working with basically we interface with different online services, and so there are many technical challenges that presents, and so tackling those challenges and also again startup day to day everything's different. um and one thing that as somebody with like ASD and ADHD, the monotonous tasks can both be really enjoyable but can also if it's like too much, right, then it can get really frustrating, and so I've never felt frustrated at Katara where there's always something new to do.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous. Ezra, can you share about what you might be involved with during a typical day?
So I might be involved with like any of the tasks that need to be done that day. I like doing almost anything. I like packaging. I like making the pasta, especially taking care of our machine that we use to make the pasta. I just like really love the community that has grown ever since I started working there. My coworkers are these like amazing people that like help out whenever we need to help each other, and we have like such a great team bond that we're almost kind of like inseparable in a way. It's really cool. I can always depend on them to help me out with certain tasks, and they can always depend on me to help them with about certain tasks. It's a really great opportunity to learn what community is like, especially um being autistic and just like having like not totally understanding like social nuances and things like that. It's great to come to a place where we just simply understand each other as a group.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous. Stefano, what do you enjoy most about being at Chitarra Pastaria?
Well, it's hard to say what I enjoy the most because I have trouble deciding what it is. But I do enjoy doing any task I'm given pretty much. And I think one task I should really do is like test out the boiling process.
That's nice. What's involved with that?
Well, I didn't do that task just yet, technically, but I'd love to because
Great.
I love boiling my own pasta at home.
Terrific. Can you share what makes Chitarra Pastaria a good place for you to work and thrive?
Well, I'm into healthy cooking, and eventually I want to have like my own business of giving people hands-on experiences of how to use the healthiest ingredients in whatever they make. Like change the average American diet.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And maybe just a quick thought by each of you of what makes it such a good place for you to be at and work. Julia?
It makes me feel good about myself to know that I am a part of a team that is working towards the success of a startup company that shows that the neurodivergent workforce is capable and successful. And I love my bosses, manager, and the team of employees I work with. They've all become family to me, to be honest.
That's wonderful, wonderful. Miles, a few of your thoughts about working.
I mean, like with this team, this is like the safest work environment. I've been through like 3 or 4 work environments at this point. This is absolutely like the safest that I've ever felt to be myself. Um, like it's difficult to describe, but there's a it is the although I would say that I'm like I have the most responsibilities that I've ever had, and I this has been like the fastest paced work environment that I've been working in that's required the most teamwork, the most concentration. It has also been the least stressful, which really says something.
It sure does, and sure does. want Calder to share a little bit that shortly. But first, Ezra, would you share your experience and why it makes such a good place for you to be at Chitarra?
Absolutely. So what makes Kitara such a great and fantastic place is that it is truly unique in the way that it shows the voices of us in the neurodivergent community in ways that have not been heard before. They listen to our struggles, our hardships, and together we come up with a way to let those voices be heard and give us confidence in ourselves that we as people are capable of doing things that Kitara stands for. We are capable of bringing a startup company to something that is larger scale and larger than ourselves. And within that, we are also bringing voices to our local communities, and becoming such a great local community will then continue to help us in like ways that we have never sought before. I truly feel proud every day when I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I can go to work. I can feel good about what I do for work. I can feel good about myself when I come home to work. And I know that in my hearts of hearts that I'm doing something good, and that's fundamental, especially now.
That's fabulous and so well said. Calder, could you share a little bit about how you and other team members go about setting up the structure, the guidance to have the testimony that we just heard become a reality? What goes on behind the scenes? What are some of the key ideas or management points that you and others use on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, absolutely. So, at Qatar, we really try and hone in on each individual. You know, everyone comes from different backgrounds and has different skill sets, and we try and highlight what those skill sets are or where our team wants to grow to. Uh, so, through the process of getting this startup off the ground, we've learned from some of the best chefs in Boston and taken every little bit of information possible into our hands. And we've developed these tactics and plans for each day where we can take those skills of our team members and apply them in different ways to work collaboratively and really, create this great product. So, when we're looking at our daily tasks, maybe Ezra's been working really great with our machine and she'll help set it up. And then Jeremy will come in and really help create the nicely shaped pastas. And as we heard, Miles will come in and help clean things up at the end. And, we all just work together and really try and use each individual's desires and skills to create something amazing.
Terrific. And speaking of chefs, we see in front of us one of the co-founders, I believe, uh, Ken Oranger, James Beard Award winner, working with Jeremy. And we're fortunate to have a short clip of them collaborating on a dish. So let's enjoy that, and then we'll continue our conversation.
Hello, I'm Jeremy. I'm at Guitar with Chef Ken, and today we're going to make Alfredo rigatoni with miso.
We're gonna start reducing some cream. All right, keep going. Put some salt into the pasta water. I like a lot of black pepper in my Alfredo. So if you wanna add that much miso, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of butter, because I know you love butter in your pasta. So you wanna drop both pastas into these and you start cooking that up, Jeremy. So the cheese is gonna thicken. See how it's thickening it up a bit? Always love cooking with you.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous. And a little unfair to be showing that as we're recording this right around lunchtime. Um, Definitely making, I think, all of us just that extra hungry. I'd like to hear from each of you if you have any favorite pasta shapes or recipes that you've heard. Julia, what's been your experience with the range of high quality pasta?
Um, my favorite is probably the recent collaboration between Ken Oranger and Jeremy, one of my coworkers, who they created a special box of rigatoni pasta with a secret recipe, and it's on our website if anybody wants more information.
Terrific, terrific. Miles, any favorites for you?
Yeah. So I like rigatoni, but a specific kind. And it's not because here's the thing: there's no real dish for it yet. It's rigatoni, but it's like literally too long. So we accidentally made some extra long rigatoni one time, and I tried cooking it a little bit. I really liked it. So you can't order it. Only I can. It's like Cartman Land. Only I can access it. But one day we will sell it, and one day you will enjoy it too.
Can't wait. Can't wait. Ezra, any favorites for you?
Favorite times or favorite moments?
Favorite pasta?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I don't really have a favorite pasta. They all taste good to me, but I guess I would recommend the best pasta to cook with would be rigatoni, since it's able to retain a lot of flavor with any pasta sauce that you use. And also another great pasta that I recently started making is chitarra, because it's so easy to make. You don't really have to pay attention to the rations of like flour to dough when you're making it. It's just like pasta, like spaghetti in particular, forgives any kind of mistakes you make when making the dough. So it's easy to make that kind of pasta.
Terrific, terrific. Stefano, any favorites for you?
Like, you know, pasta for me, as long as it's not the hollow kind, I love it.
Great, great. Yeah, there are so many good choices there for sure. Following up, Calder, could you share a little bit how people can go about ordering, or how does that purchasing work?
Yeah, so right now we're only e-commerce, so you can find it on our website, chitarrapastaria.com. Like Julie mentioned, we have a few different options on there. We have our standard pastas, and then we also have our collaboration box in partnership with Ken Oranger. That's where we stand at the moment. We also do offer some corporate gifting as we come up to this holiday season, and that can be reached through our website, and as well as reaching out to some of our team via email, which you can find on the website as well.
Terrific. We'll have that contact information in our credits for sure. Like to get towards the end, asking each of you, what makes Chitarra Pastaria more than just a pasta company? Julia, a few thoughts, please.
Of course, Jay. Honestly, it is so unique in its mission because we have been building a business from the ground up and seeing how it all unfolds. And I think our goal is to empower those who are neurodivergent to know that they can be valued, integral employees and not feel as if they are given simple jobs, which I find is a common theme after high school, or like the aging out at 22 for most with autism. If Guitar Pastoria's mission is to show the world that a team of autistic young adults can start and succeed at a successful idea of making homemade delicious pasta from scratch and getting it to your plate, then we've definitely succeeded. And I wish every young adult could experience what I have since last October. Like I think our motto is we don't just sell pasta, we're building an inclusive table.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful tagline there. Miles, can you add of what distinguishes Chitarra Pastaria than just making the pasta?
I mean, it's relatively similar to what Julia just said, right? It's the team, right? The team is what's special to me. Like one thing that is truly great about, I mean, so this is the thing, right? Because there's what it means to me, and then there's what it means to like a given customer. Um, to to speak more to the customer experience, one of the truly special moments to me has been being able to like tell someone like, yeah, like I've looked over this pasta, and by I mean the team, right? But like basically, I know the people personally who have looked over it, verified that it's going to be as delicious as it can be, and that it's as high quality as physically possible, and also simultaneously, like I know every single trial and tribulation that we've been through in order to bring it to your plate.
Fabulous, fabulous. Ezra, just a few thoughts to add what you've already said of what makes Chitarra Pastaria much more than just pasta company.
What makes Chitarra Pastaria much more than just like your average pasta company is the story behind it, how it came to be, and how it continues to be even far into the future. We work very hard every single day to not only provide people with a good product, but provide them with the story of where that product came from and how it came to be. Chitarra works hard with their employees, rather working against their employees, to create a place that is safe for us, that we can just be, and also instill confidence in us that we can create something beautiful and magnificent and also very, very tasty, quite frankly. It's a workplace where people are just allowed to get creative, to solve solutions, to create new things to share with the entire world. And that's what makes Kitara.
Wonderful, wonderful. Stefano, a few words about the special qualities of Chitarra for you.
So the quality has always been great. We've been inspecting it very well. I remember once when the machine started giving little black marks in the pasta. And so I stopped it, reported it, and it got all fixed eventually.
Terrific. I think that also speaks to the openness of management and everybody else of taking input from all team members to make it a truly inclusive environment. Now, as we come towards the end, Calder, can you share a little bit about current and upcoming plans for the venture?
Yeah, I can share a little bit here. So in our day-to-day, as we continue to, work on our craft and refine our recipes and our pasta shapes, we're always trying to improve and expand our offering. So the next few things coming out will be some new pasta shapes. We'll have those on the market very shortly. We've been working with the team to kind of choose some of these really intricate, unique shapes that kind of match our team and our team energy. As well as we have some other collaborations coming out over the next few months with some other top-notch chefs from the area in partnership with our teammates, and just some really, really fun things happening as we try and take these next steps as a company.
Fabulous, fabulous. Well, as I said, unfortunately, we've come to the end of the program. Want to thank all of you so much for taking the time to be here, for informing us about Chitarra Pastaria. Sounds very exciting workplace. You're all incredibly articulate spokespeople for the company, and can't wait to start tasting some myself. So look forward to that experience as well as following the growth and development of Chitarra Pastaria, and best of luck with all your careers.
Thank you,
so
Jay.
much.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you so much, Jay.
Also want to thank those of you watching for joining us, and hope you'll be able to tune in next time.